Alright class, so today we're going to cover an example of how to find the distance on the coordinate plane. So in order for us to find the distance on the coordinate plane, the first thing we have to do is actually graph the points that they gave us. Then after we graph the points that are given, we need to connect the 2 points so that we can see if it's a vertical or horizontal or diagonal line. Now, one key fact about distance on the coordinate plane, we're always going to be finding the length of the diagonal line. And the diagonal line for us is always going to be the C. So distance on the coordinate plane, we're always going to be finding C no matter what. So for us to start off, we're going to get us some graph paper, as you see here in the example, and we're going to make our own coordinate planes. So I'm going to draw a coordinate plane. All I have to do on my graph paper is just draw a line going left to right that represents my x-axis. Then I'm going to have one going up and down that's going to represent my y-axis. Now once I get those lines graphed, I'm going to graph the ordered pairs from the question. So the question says, what is the approximate distance between -6, 8 and -3, 0? So going from the center of my coordinate plane, I'm going to count to my left to -6 and then up 8. Okay, and I'm going to put a dot. Then we're going to go from the center, count over to -3 to my left, and then go up 0, which means we don't go anywhere, put a dot. Now once I get those 2 dots graphed, I'm going to connect them to see what type of line we have. Once I connect them, we notice that we got a diagonal line. Now, in order for us to find the distance of that diagonal line, we have to have a right triangle. So that means I'm going to take one dot and extend it going left or right. The other dot I'm going to take and go and extend it going up and down. Once I get my dots extended, I'm going to count the length of the sides of both of the lines that I made. So for one side we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The other side from the dot to the point where they cross is going to be 1, 2, and 3. Alright, so once that happens, what we know is that we're going to be using a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So we always know that with Pythagorean's theorem and with distance, we're finding c. So c will always be blank, so that means we have a and b that are given. So that's going to be 3 squared plus 8 squared equals c squared. Now once we get that lined up how we know, we're going to pull out our Desmos. Okay, in our Desmos, we found out that we can type 3 squared in plus 8 squared. We're going to get 73. So that means we got the square root of 73 so far. And once we get that, we type it in Desmos again. So the square root of 73 is going to roughly give us 8.5 when we round. So the distance between the 2 points that are graphed that we started with is roughly 8.5. So that's how we find the distance between 2 points in this example.